Number 6, they talk about a right to peaceful assembly. Within 2 days, those had already been defied by the president himself. The protests in Thika, the crackdown by police was...
true.
Yes. So is this really the intention, the 10 points?
Maybe before I come to the 10 points, let me just write on what Honorable Kiro has said, and I want to thank him for what the history. You know, we say history is beautiful because it informs the current and the future. And listening to him, what he's just telling Kenyans and the viewers is that they should now know who is the real watermelon. It has been a story of the thief pointing to the other person. That's the thief is there, while actually the thief is the person pointing the other person. Let me leave it at that. But let's come to the 10-point issue, Fred. You know, Fred, when you look at those issues, the 10 of them, and why I'm saying really we need to be worried as Kenyans. You know where I come from, we used to say in the old days, there was a pot which would normally be used to cook for the fools and people who don't understand. That if you want to make food for people who don't understand and fools, you will use that you use that pot. When you want to cook for intelligent people, you use a different pot. So when things get serious, we say that these days now, from where I come from, we always tell people, the pot which used to cook for the fools and the people who don't understand got broken a long time ago. It's gone. So the only pot remaining now is for people who are intelligent. And I can tell you, Kenyans are intelligent. If you look at the 10 points, the only point which I could say is something might be new to Kenyans is point number 1, the NADCO report. The rest are either in the Constitution. If you look at chapter 6 of the Constitution, issues of integrity are well captured there, and the leadership. If you look at our Constitution, it talks about issues of being inclusive. They are already in the Constitution. If you look at the Constitution, issues of youth are well addressed, that no Kenya should be marginalized on a number of things. Now, the few things which are not captured in the Constitution are in respective manifestos of these parties. So that if you look at the manifesto, the things were actually captured even before the government being voted in. So the only thing which is new there is the NADCO report. And why it is number 1 and not number 2 is because of the following reasons. Number 1, let's appreciate the fact that when Raila joins the government, as he has done in the past, we experience some national peace. That there is now, Kenyans can relax and do their things because Raila is not in the opposition. Now, the big question is this peace for Kenyans to do their business and other things? Or is it a peace for the leaders to do things which they could not do when they are in different camps? I hope, Fred, that the peace we are talking about is not peace to provide conducive environment for rooting the economy as we approach the 2027. That's my hope. And the NADCO report, I was looking at some comments yesterday from colleagues, the members of parliament. What they are saying is, now that we have come together and we have a very small group which is not supporting the so-called collaboration of, is it a collaboration what? It's a MOU, but there was political collaboration deal. That's what they're calling it. That now that we have majority of the members of parliament on one side, we can pass the NADCO report which proposes creation of a prime minister position, creation of leader of opposition, entrenching NGCDF in the Constitution, the Senate fund in the Constitution. These are the issues. Now, while the other two, the last two, could be done with the parliament, the issue of the prime minister and the issue of the leader of opposition, we might not want it. We can force it through Kenyans. They require referendum. I'm not a lawyer, but I can tell you they require referendum. And that's why I'm agreeing with Honorable Kiro when he says we don't have enough time for referendum to be processed in the country now and still have elections. So we could have a situation whereby with this agreement we can say, can we push election by another 2 years so that we process the referendum? And you know what Kenyans will be saying on that. So really, for me, can we, let's say, I really love the idea of them us coming together so that we're able to do our business. But my prayer again, let's not be using this peace to harass Kenyans.
Yes. It's the genuineness of the intention that many people are wondering, because if at all we are not to rely on these 10 points that they've put here, then it means the intention is different. Probably matters to do with 2027 politics.